All right, so this is what I want you to do every time it comes to you writing descriptions. Let's jump into it. The first H. The first H as far as writing descriptions, and we know the importance of it. First H is, make sure that you write this down. First H is highlight the, hold on, because I want to write it exactly. Highlight the main ideas. Number one is highlight the main ideas. Highlight the main ideas. And you can take a screenshot or whatever you want to if you want. So what's important is anytime you do a video, and actually I'll show you some examples of my videos, right? But anytime you do a video and you write in a description, I want you to focus on highlighting what that video is about. Because again, some people may not have watched it. And especially if you do your videos like me or your posts like me, where I have a lot of my posts where the headline is shown, right? So if I'm doing a headline over a video, people are saying, okay, I see what the headline is, or I see what the title of the video is, because that's just how I do it. We use certain apps, right? And we'll go through what apps I use and different things of that nature, right? And it's already in the program too. But when people are watching that, if they can't listen or watch the video, they'll go and they'll read the description. And what people are typically expecting to see when they read a description is almost like a recap or a highlight of the video, right? Not necessarily a summary of the video, right? Unless you keep it short, but specifically, I'm saying specifically highlight. So if you talked about a few points, maybe you highlight the top 1 or 2 points. You don't got to go through everything what you talked about in the video. You don't got to put the transcript of the video, but just highlight it. So highlight what it is. What idea did you talk about? What was the big theme of it? What was it about? And let people know what that is, because it just reinforces what you talked about in the video. And then you're gonna have people who are gonna watch your videos, and then they'll read the description, and then you give them further knowledge. So this is like a good place to, and especially if you're like in a thought leadership space like us, like if you're a coach, if you're a speaker, or if you're some kind of content creator, this is going to be a good place for you to gain credibility. This is going to be a good place for you to add anything additional that you didn't add to the video. So there's been some videos where I didn't necessarily say my credibility in any kind of way, because credibility can mean a lot of different things, right? It could mean that, I got clients. It could mean that I got some award. It could mean that I got certified in something. It could mean that, I know ET. It can mean a bunch of different things, right? Credibility. I helped this person. I got this testimony. But you may not have necessarily talked about that in your video, right? That might not have been what your video was about, or you didn't mention it. However, you can still add anything that you want your audience to know inside of the description. Feel what I'm saying? So that's what I want you to do, is I want you to highlight what it is, and then I'll say plus additions, right? So highlight what you want plus any additions. Oh, actually I spelled that way wrong. Addition, right? Plus any, I write like chicken scratch anyway, so bear with me. But any additions, right? So any additions is anything else you want your people to know. For example, I did a launch for my PCS program, recently, right? Or my PCS certification course recently. Inside of my description, I was very meticulous about what I put in that description, because the video, depending on what video I dropped, it didn't necessarily explain all of the information that I wanted people to know. So inside of the description of those videos, whether it was a testimony video or not, I wrote like one-liners about how I work with clients, and I do that often, whether I'm talking about a client, I'm explaining the situation, I usually try to add like a line of credibility in there, right? Why? Because people are coming across you every day. And so people are coming across you every day through hashtags, through you did a speech, whatever, they found you on somebody's podcast or whatever. You want to be able that you want them to be able to see how you're credible instantly. So if you can add like a little line of social proof or a little line of credibility, a little line of authority in there, some kind of way, you're gonna be off to the races, right? So when I did that, it actually helped me out a lot, right? It helps me out a lot. All right, you like that? You like that? Highlights. Go ahead and put highlights in the chat for me. Drop highlights in the chat for me if you're gonna start doing highlights to your videos. So no more of that. No more one-liners. No more not being strategic. You don't gotta take a long time to write descriptions, but just make sure that you highlight and you giving a highlight of what that video was or what you talked about. Okay. All right. So that was the H. You just talked about the H. The U. The U. This is the U in the framework, what I circled. That's the U. Remember, you're hooking your audience, so you can't forget that. Thank you, Vanessa. I see you. Highlights. Thank you. The U. Write this down. And this is fun. This is one of my favorite points. I want you to use... Hold on. I'm just going to surprise you with what I'm writing down, okay? I want you to use... Number 2 is I want you to use copywriting techniques, and that's a G. Use copywriting techniques. Use copywriting techniques. That's the U. Coach, what are you talking about? Copywriting techniques in regards to, you got to make what you have sound sexy. You might have heard me say this before. But it's very important when you put words in front of your audience, and this is in anything. If it's in your book, if this is in a newsletter, if this is in the description to your YouTube video or the description inside of your Instagram video or Instagram post or whatever, I want you to use copywriting techniques. Copywriting techniques are specifically ways that make what you're saying or what you have more attractive. Right? So I can say, I can say, for example, and I'm saying it verbally, but it's the exact same thing when it comes to you writing. So I can say, I'm gonna show you how to get more followers. Right? Okay, that's cool. You can show me how to get followers. Or I can say, I'm going to show you how to explode your following on tech media, on social media, on Instagram, using 3 secret techniques that my clients use to gain an army of new leads. This first document is called, and let me know if y'all can see it. This first document is called 101 Power Words. 101 Power Words. So, let me know if y'all can see this. Right? 101 Power Words. So, what these power words this is literally things that you can use that makes your language more sexy. Right? So, with that being said, these power words are, instead of just saying, think about how your life will be different. That's one phrase you can say. Or you can say, imagine what your life will look like if, imagine, power words, right? These are words that I drip and I pepper in all of my different copy every time I'm writing something. They say, uncover, first peek, sneak peek. I'm always saying sneak peek. I'm always saying hidden secrets. There's certain things that you say that when you hear it, you're like, ooh, I want to know that. Secrets, right? Didn't I just say that in the example I just gave? Secrets. I use secret a lot. Free is a hot word. All of these words capture attention. All these words make it interesting when people hear it.